ना इसे ओ रंजन अब
देख रहा हूँ कैसे चल रहा है।
तेरे को और कोई काम नहीं है क्या तेरे? गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन. Good morning, all of you. Today I am taking the next chapter, which is structure of chromosomes, cell cycle, and cell division. The name of the new lesson is today's and the topic is its structure of chromosome. Chromosomes. This is all about the cell division, and for cell division chromosomes are responsible for. We have to look about the chromosomes. First we have to know what is cell division. Cell division is one of the most fundamental characteristics of life. From this is one cell having nucleus. When it divides, it converts into two. Then these two cells form another two. This cell form another two, and again this, and this. This is known as cell division. And due to this cell division, the number of cells increase, and due to the increase of cells, the height of the particular living organism is increased. So we can say a small child can become an adolescent, and adolescent is changed into a adult person. Same here, a small seed grow into plant, and this small plant grow into a tree. This is all about due to the cell division, and this is responsible for the to repeat generation after generation. From this, this is done that continuous generation after generation, the life is going on. This is equally true in the case of simplest organism like amoeba. Amoeba, it is a single cell animal, single cell organism, and higher giant animal elephant. The same process is take place in humans. The all are having the same process of cell division. This the most conspicuous event of occurring during all cell division are all related to chromosome. This cell division is done by the chromosome. Who is responsible for this in cell division? This is chromosome. The whole process is done with the help of chromosomes. The duplicate chromosomes get evenly distributed into the daughter cell during mitosis. This is the cell, and these are daughter cell. This is daughter cell. Daughter cell. But for this condition, these are the cell and these are all daughter cell. These are daughter cell. Here is a chromosome. The number of chromosomes in parent cell and daughter cell is same. Same type and same number of chromosomes are same. This ensures the normal functioning of cell and through that the life of the organism. This is all about the cell organism in cell division. Now, first we have to look what is chromosome. The structure to explain cell division, we have to know about the structure of chromosome. When a normal unstained living cell is observed under a light microscope, when a simple cell is seen in microscope, unstained means uncolorful, they do not have, this cell do not have color. So in this, nucleus may not appear to contain any particular thing inside. There is structure of nucleus is not clear because the chromosomes are found in nucleus. The structure of nucleus is not clear in light microscope and unstained cell. But when this cell stained means colors, we put some color in this cell, colorful cell. The some particular organ having colors, it may be dark, light, and different shades of colors we can see from this stained cell. And highly advanced microscope, in the highly advanced microscope and stained cell, we can see the particular thread-like structure in the nucleus, and this particular thread-like structures are called chromosomes. They are called chromosomes. The nucleus contains most of the cell's DNA, which is organized into discrete units called discrete chromosome. The nucleus contains most of the cell's DNA, which is organized into a particular unit is called chromosome. Chromosomes have their own DNA, and this is a special and separate unit which is called chromosomes. Each chromosome contains a long DNA molecule. This chromosome having long chromosome molecule associated with many protein. DNA plus protein. This chromosomes having DNA and different kinds of proteins. This is called, this complex of DNA and protein is called chromatin. This is called chromatin. This is called chromatin. When a cell is not dividing, when cell is not in dividing condition, the chromatin under an electron microscope appears to be in the form of very long and extremely thin, darkly stained fiber. Thin and darkly stained fiber and long fibers are they. But however, if the cell prepares to divide, when cell in dividing condition, when the cell is in dividing condition, when cell is in dividing condition, the chromatin fibers coils and condense further. This is the DNA molecules and chromosomes. They coiled, they coiled, they coiled and thick enough to distinguish and become thicker, so we can distinguish, we can see the difference in chromatin and this condensed chromatin fiber. These chromosomes then readily pick up the certain dyes and get colored, hence the names chromosome. When we stain this, it takes color and become dark. Due to this color, chromo means colored and body means colored body. They are in color. See what happened in the dividing cell. It's a nucleus, there is a chromosomes, but when it is in dividing condition, they become thick and coiled. They become thick and coiled. They become thick and coiled. Thick and coiled. Thick and coiled. As compared to this, these chromosomes, these chromatin fibers are thicker. And after this, they change its shape in this way. This is a particularly different structure and very thick from this. See, this is called, these are the chromatin fibers. Thicker chromatin fiber. And here they are known as chromosomes. This structure is known as chromosome. This is the chromosome. Discovery of chromosome. How we can know about the chromosome? There are different scientists research on them and give their results. Chromosomes in animals were first studied in 1882 by German scientist Walther Fleming. In 1882, Walther Fleming did their work on salamander. It's a amphibian. It's a amphibian. The microscope he used was old. At this time, the microscope was not advanced enough, so the structure of chromosome was not clear there. He saw minute thread. He saw thread only. He saw thread-like structure. He saw minute thread that appeared to be dividing lengthwise. Fleming called their division mitosis. And this, they are dividing, they are in the form, then they are dividing this. They are dividing and this, they are in form of division, and he gave the name mitosis. This type of cell division he gave name mitosis. Mito means mitosis. Literally means thread. Mito means thread. Subsequently, with the help of more powerful microscope. After advanced microscopes were used, and by using special technique, the chromosomes and their constituents have been studied in great detail. And we have a structure of DNA, chromatin and chromosomes. The chromatin material that constitute the fiber is formed of two substances. The chromatin fiber fibers made of two substances. One is DNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. What is the full form of DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. It made 40% part of chromatin fiber. It made the 40% part of chromatin. Then histone. This histone has particular type of proteins, different types of protein, and it is made up of different kinds of protein, and about 60% part of chromatin fiber is made up of histone. Then molecular structure of DNA. The shape of DNA molecule was first studied by Ronald Franklin in 1953. The first study was done by the Rosalind Franklin in 1953, sorry. Rosalind Franklin studied in 1953, first study about DNA. However, the structure was finally worked out by Watson and Crick. The next, Watson and Crick, in the same year 1953. They also studied on DNA in 1953. They proposed the double-stranded helical structure of, what they say, double helical structure. DNA is a double structure. Helical means spiral. In spiral form. The structure of DNA is in spiral form, helical form of DNA, for which they was awarded the Nobel Prize in 62. They awarded 1962. They awarded Nobel Prize. So this is the molecular structure. It's a complex structure. We are looking at the structure of DNA. It's a complex structure. This is all about the study of DNA. Now, discovery of DNA, and now we are taking the structure of DNA. A single DNA molecule is very large. and hence is described as micromolecule. DNA is large, very large. So it is known as macromolecule. Macro means large. This long form of DNA is called macromolecules, which are made of three components. This DNA composed of three different molecules. One is phosphate, other is sugar, and third one is nitrogenous base. These are the three main components of DNA. Each single DNA strand is composed of repeating nucleotides which are made of three components: phosphate, sugar, and nitrogenous base attached to the sugar invert. Inner side of the sugar, they are attached nitrogenous base which extend to join by hydrogen bond, and this nitrogenous base are joined with hydrogen bond. The complementary nitrogenous base from other stain. See what is the how they make a complete DNA structure. It is this: one helical, and it's a double helical structure. Right? They are C. C. Same here. This is G guanine. These are connected with the three hydrogen bonds. These are hydrogen bond connected with hydrogen bond. So this is the one complete term of DNA. One complete term of DNA. They have the first helical and the second helical. They are attached to the nitrogenous base inside the sugar. This is the sugar and these are the nitrogenous base. These all are nitrogenous base. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. DNA stain binds around a core of 8 histone protein. These are 4 histone and 4 histone. They forms 8 histone protein. So it is also called octomer. It is also called octomer, which extend to join by hydrogen bond. These are the hydrogen bonds. The complementary nitrogenous base from the other strand. This is one strand. This nitrogenous base is joined with the another nitrogenous band of another helical with the help of hydrogen bond. Thus, the two strands together make a ladder-like structure. They make a ladder-like structure, just a CD, and these are the rungs of the ladder. These are the rungs of the ladder. And form a ladder-like structure. Ladder-like structure. Right? Here, four types of nitrogenous base are found in DNA. There are four types of nitrogenous base are found in DNA, and they are adenine. Adenine means A. This is A for adenine, guanine, G for guanine, cytosine, this C for cytosine, and the last is thymine. The T as thymine. They have to combine with a particular protein, particular nitrogenous base. Adenine pairs with thymine. Adenine pairs with thymine, AT, and guanine pairs with cytosine with three hydrogenous bond. Adenine combined with the thymine with cytosine with 3. The adenine joined with thymine with double hydrogen bond, 2 hydrogen bonds, 2 hydrogen bonds. But in case of cytosine, combined with guanine with 3 hydrogen bond. They have 3 hydrogen bond. This is all about the structure of DNA. We have a look about the arrangement of phosphate, sugar and base, how they combine to each other. There are 3 main components of a DNA. This is the phosphate, and this is sugar, this is sugar. How they combine? This is This is all about the phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar, 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 phosphate, phosphate, and these are the nitrogenous base. This is all about the this is the structure of DNA. DNA contain having three main component, which is phosphate, sugar, and nitrogenous base. Now we have to look on histone protein. These are the histone protein. Histone proteins that help in the coiling and packaging of DNA into structural units called nucleosomes. Histones are made up of proteins, and these nitrogen and base are proteins. These histones are the proteins that help in the coiling. These proteins help in coiling and packaging of DNA into structural unit called nucleosome. This structural unit is known as nucleosomes. The DNA strands wind around a core of 8 histone protein. We have seen in the double helical structure of DNA. So they have 8 proteins, 8 histone protein like G, C, then T double bond A, then A double bond T, and C triple bond G. This 8 in upper helical, and these 4 8 histone proteins are found in next. So these are the 8 histone protein and also known as histone octamer. Each such complex is called nucleosome. This particular structure is known as nucleosome. This is 4 proteins are here. G combined with C, A combined with T, and this T combined with A, and C combined with G. Same here, C combined with G, A combined with T, and T combined with A, and G combined with C. 4 proteins are there and 4 proteins are there, and total 8 histone protein is made from this. So this is called octamer, and this structure is known as nucleosome. An individual nucleosome can be imagined like a football around which a large rope is wound with 1 or 2 loops. A single human chromosomes may have about millions nucleosomes. In humans, they can have millions nucleosomes. Each human cell contains approximately 2 meters of DNA. The length of DNA is almost approximately 2 meters. if it strays end to end, from first end to last end, if we measure the length, we find it is approximate 2 meters end to end. The nucleus of human cell is only about 6 micromu, and the size of size of cell is 6 micromu. 6 micromu. Micromu, this is known as micromu. And size of cell is this, and the length of DNA is almost 2 meter. Then how they remain in nucleus? How they can have space for 2 meter? So to be in nucleus, the DNA needs to be condensed in order to fit inside the nucleus. So they become in a coil form. They coil them. The entire chromatin fiber is coiled and supercoiled. The first coil, and on this the super coil. They can arrange in the coil and super coil manner. We see the typical telephone core to eventually from the to see the structure of chromosome inside the nucleus. This is the way in which a DNA can remain in nucleus by coiling and supercoiling. Given below is a highly diagrammatic representation of DNA stain into chromatin fiber and eventually to chromosome. How DNA representation of condensation of DNA strand into chromatin fiber and eventually to chromosomes. What we have to see? There is a cell having nucleus, but there is a chromatin fibers are found in nucleus. These we can see here. In this form. When a particular part